sorry for anyone who knows an American and was affected by that statement. I just pretty big. Holton. Good job, Wesley. Hartville. The Eagles, I think. It is Eagles, right? First up for the Eagles, number 3, Holton Simmons.
Welcome into Game 2 of this Crane Fall Woodbat Tournament. It's going to be between Billings and Hartville. We're in the bottom of the first inning. A little bit of a delay in our live stream today for Game 2. First batter for the Hartville Eagles is going to be Holton Simmons. He's in shortstop. Leadoff man for Billings is Kobe Clinton. Jake Henry is going to be on the mound for the Wildcats. And the leadoff man is going to be on base to start off the bottom of the first inning.
Eli Cook.
Or pardon me, the bottom of the second inning. Or bottom of the first inning, pardon me. Game 2 of this Crane Fall Woodbat Tournament in pool play action. Billings and Hartville. Crane won the first game by a score of 7-0. Thanks in the shutout of Spokane. That pitch is going to be slapped. And we're going to have runners on first and second base. It's going to bring up Stone Matthews.
Now batting number 25, Stone Matthews.
Hartville has something cooking here in the bottom half of inning number 1. We got a score update to tell you about from pool play between Purdy and Morrisville. Morrisville defeated Purdy by a score of 5-2 there in Purdy. That's going to be on the Purdy side of this tournament. Stone Matthews plays third base as we're going to see a pinch runner come in. For the catcher Eli Cook, and that is Zachary Day. Billings is part of the SWCL conference, same as conference as Crane, and Hartville is part of the Summit Conference, which is home to a Class 2 state runner-up, that is Mansfield, as they went all the way to state and lost to Valley Catholic in the Class 2 state championship round-up in O'Fallon last spring. As Matthews is going to swing and pop and chop one foul down the first base side. Once again, this is Hartville and Billings. Here in the bottom half of inning number 1. Runner on second with only one out here. Not a bad night for baseball, if you ask me. There's a 1-2 to Matthews. It's going to be taken outside for a ball at 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. On one out to Stone Matthews, the first baseman for the Hartville Eagles. Eagles are coached by Clint Horn and assisted by Andrew Doyle. as Stone Matthews is going to be down on strikes. And we're going to see Caleb Moore come up.
27, Caleb Moore.
Caleb Moore, who is an Ozarks Sports Report Pitcher of the Year candidate from last spring. First pitch to Moore is going to be swung on and missed for a strike at 0-1. No balls, one strike on with 2 outs here in the top half of a little bit controversial with the bases umpire. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs on Caleb Moore, who's playing third base tonight for these Hartville Eagles. The Billings side disagreeing with the call. Pitch is going to be up and away at 1-1. If you'd missed the last game, that was going to be between Crane and Spokane. And that was Crane taking it victoriously by a score of 7-0. Moore swings it. And that's going to be your third out of the ball game, or pardon me, your third out of the first inning. So no runs as both the Eagles and the Wildcats go down quietly. And we head to the top of inning number 2. No score between Billings and Hartville.
I don't even know where I think I left it. Does it fell out of the pocket?
Yeah. Interviews? Yeah. Just wait till after the
I had no idea I lost it.
You didn't know?
No, I didn't know at all.
Yeah, last game you got 10:30. What's that?
And we'll have to work the field and stuff. Can you do an on-field interview like Jim Hayes does?
I could, yeah. Well, I kind of use the Fox Sports Midwest interview style. Like I can do it selfie style and face you.
Or yeah, second back.
You be able to get to that?
Yeah.
Tyler S.
Up for Billings number 4, Tyler Essick.
Welcome back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium here in the top half of inning number 2. Tyler Essick is going to be leading off the top half of inning number 2. Is he going to swing and line it? Throw on to first. And there's going to be 1 out. And it's going to bring up Trent Blankenship. He is your right fielder today for
Having
Billings.
13, Trent Blankenship. Can't see that.
Trent Blankenship digs into the batter's box with only 1 out. In the top half of inning number 2. First pitch is going to be swung on and fouled back towards the screen. Reading off the Billings lineup is going to be Kobe Clinton leading off. Jake Henry is on the mound today for the Billings Wildcats. Peyton Gold is going to be behind the dish for the Wildcats. Tyler Essick is the man that led off the top of the second inning. He cleans up the lineup for Billings. Trent Blankenship is the man at the dish, hitting 5th in the lineup. He is in right field. Hayden Fender. He's going to be your first baseman, as he'll be the man digging in. Tanner Gordon will be your designated hitter for Billings. Wearing number 33, he hits 7th in the lineup. Duncan Harder will be in left field. He wears number 7, hitting 8th in the lineup. Ryan Terry will hit ninth in the lineup wearing number 16.
Hayden Fender.
And he'll be at shortstop, and Nate Hunt will be taking over for third base and will not bat in the lineup wearing number 13. As Fender swings, grounds it, and there's your third out of the top half of inning number 2. So no damage has been done for Billings. As we go to the bottom of inning number 2, no score between Hartville and Billings. So these two teams are going to be desperate. What? And they want to play Crane. Both of them want to play Crane. Oh, yeah. See that Morris will be pretty. Nope. Goodness gracious. I've had to sneeze in 2 games during 2 live streams. Allergies are getting me. Yeah, so I guess I have to take some medication when I get home tonight.
Up for Hartville, number 7, Luke Gosley.
Welcome back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium between Hartville and Billings. Billings is Crane's neighbors to the north along Highway 60. Or Sunshine, West Sunshine coming out of Springfield and just west of Republic. Hartville comes into this game with a record of 5-2, 5 wins, 2 losses, 1 loss coming to Crane. Here on this diamond after a two-run go ahead double by Bryson Brandstetter to lift Crane over Hartville. That was 2 weeks ago. Is Gosling's going to swing and rope that one into left field. That's going to be a base hit. And that will dig in. Braden Brandstetter is going to dig in. He is your right fielder. Looking at the lineup for the Hartville Eagles, it's going to be Holton Simmons who leads off for the Eagles. Eli Cook is behind the dish for the Eagles. We're number 5 in the second spot.
9, Braden Brandstetter.
Stone Matthews will be number 25. He's at first base for the Eagles. Cleaning up the lineup for the Hartville Eagles is the Ozarks Sports Report Player of the Year nominee of Caleb Moore. Luke Gosley is the 5th man in the lineup. He's standing there on first base. Braden Brandstetter is in the 6th spot. He's in right field. Rice Piper will be in the 7th spot for the Eagles. As Brandstetter swings and misses, it's going to make the count at 1-1. Hitting 7th in the lineup, once again, that is Rice Piper. He is your second baseman. Jarrett Colton will be the designated hitter, hitting 8th in the lineup. Tucker Dedman will be on the bump for the Hartville Eagles. As that pitch was vacuumed up by the pitcher of Jake Henry, and good reaction time, just had to freeze. And he got out number 2, no problems whatsoever. So Tucker Dedman will be on the bump and hitting 9th in the lineup. And playing center field tonight will be Cody Mahan, and not batting for the Hartville Eagles. First pitch to Rice Piper. It's going to be a little bit down and out for a ball at 1-0. The 1-0 is going to be outside at 2-0. One ball, one strike on Pipers. That ball is going to get away, and it's going to go to the concrete backstop here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium here in downtown Crane, Missouri. Here's a 2-1. It's going to be golfed back to the pitcher. On to first. And the side is retired without any runs on the scoreboard. So, no runs on one base hit. No errors. And a couple runners were left on base. We're going to the top of inning number 3. It's no score between Hartville and Billings.
Oh yeah, because I was looking at this. So what are you looking at? That says alum not yet.
Last year I was in the gym working out, I saw him a couple times. He's been there. He's 3 years old now. Was he a senior on the clock with?
Yes. The second year we won.
He was maybe 3 years old. Maybe he's 2 years old. Maybe he's 2 years old. I thought that they went to once they went on board. I was president.
They were there when we were at 11. Which one was there? Now batting number 33, Hannah Gordon.
Welcome back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium for Game 2 of this Crane Fall Wood Bat Tournament here in Crane. Batter for the Billings Wildcats is going to be Tanner Gordon. He's your designated hitter today for Billings. We'd like to thank the sponsors that are sponsoring this Wood Bat Tournament. Once again, these aren't the sponsors for Ozarks Sports Report. Their sponsors are Ground Zero LLC, Cooperstown Bat Company, First Home Bank, Advanced Paving, Hickory Grove Cafe, APAC Central Incorporated, Run and Gun Basketball, Quality Appliance Repair, Crane Broiler Festival, Lefties Pump and Drilling, Porter Supermarket, Whispering Ponies Ranch, Brad Smith
Now
American
number
Family
7,
Insurance.
Duncan Harder.
It's going to bring up Duncan Harder. He is the left fielder today for the Billings Wildcats. Brad Smith American Family Insurance, Chris Hammond Shelter Insurance, FCO Corporation, Lakeland Pharmacy, Horn Auction Service, Crane Athletic Booster Club, Tall Pines Campground, Miller Brothers Farms, Patrick's Family Restaurant there in Nixa, Johnson Service Station, AutoGo Automotive, Peterson Farms, Billings Athletic Booster Club, Bach Construction, Insurance Specialties there in Purdy, Eventful Rental, Buckley Powder Company, and BSN Sports, who are donating the wood bats used during this tournament. Duncan Harder is the batter for the Billings Wildcats. The 1-1 to him is going to be taken upstairs, 2-1. As Harder is going to get ahead in the count. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Swing roper to second base. Bobbles it, and it's going to go into the outfield. It's going to go into the outfield, and Harder is going to be on base here in the top half of inning number 3.
16, Brian Terry.
That will bring up Brian Terry, the batter for the Billings Wildcats. After that bobbled ball that went into the shallow part of the infield, or of the outfield. Pickoff attempt to first, but he'll get back in there safely. Brian Terry is your shortstop today for the Billings Wildcats. This is Hartville's first trip to the Crane Fall Wood Bat Tournament. This would be Billings' 10th appearance in the Crane Fall Wood Bat Tournament. And a little bit of a history lesson on this tournament. Going back to 2009, it was in the championship round. That was between Morrisville and Blue Eye. Morrisville taking taking that over Blue Eye. Then we move on to 2010. It was Morrisville again against Purdy, with Morrisville beating Purdy. Morrisville and Billings in 2011, with Morrisville taking it over Billings as Terry will strike out for out number 2, and that's going to bring up the leadoff man for the Billings Wildcats of Kobe Clinton. So once again, Billings and Forsyth were in the Crane Fall Woodbat Tournament Championship back in 2012, with Billings taking that championship. And then it was a repeat back in 2013 between Forsyth and Billings, with Forsyth taking that championship over Billings by a score, or back in 2013. In 2014 it was Forsyth against Spokane, as they repeated as back-to-back champions of the Crane Fall Woodbat Tournament. Move on to 2015. That was between Billings and Spokane, with Billings taking that one over Spokane. Then in 2016 it was Purdy and Spokane. Spokane in the championship round against Purdy. Purdy taking that one against Spokane. And then we move on to last year's championship, which was between Purdy and Crane, with Purdy taking that one over Crane. Back to this game, as it is an 0-2 count on Kobe Clinton as he swings and misses for strike 3. And that's going to put a wrap up on the top half of inning number 3. So no runs, no hits, or pardon me, on 1 hit, no errors, and a couple of people were left stranded on the base paths. On to the bottom of inning number 3. It's no score between Billings and Hartville.
Hey, Wesley, can you do me a favor? Can you go find me 2 freshmen and bring them up here real quick? Any kid. I need them to do something. And
Probably the one that like the least.
Huh? And what? Bring me 2 freshmen. Tell them I need them to do something. They need to come up that I said that. Brother, I don't know about his brother, I don't know about that.
Same coach they had the last few years.
Now batting number 26, Jared Colton.
Welcome back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium here in Crane, Missouri, just off the banks of Crane Creek. Jarrett Colton is your batter to lead off the bottom half of inning number 3. He's your designated hitter tonight for Hartville, as he is going to watch 2 pitches come in for balls 1 and 2.
Dynamite drop in.
2-0 the count on Jarrett Colton, as he's going to swing in line 1 foul. Andrew Doyle had a little bit of trouble trying to find that baseball. It's going to be grounded onto first, and Colton's going to be
Now batting number 32,
called out. after grounding it to the third baseman.
I think he gets a couple walks. He just like hits it.
And we'll see Tucker Dedman come up as
Even if he reaches on some air.
he'll close out the lineup for the Hartville Eagles.
Come in.
First pitch to him. Swinging a high fly ball. It's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to roll into the middle parts of the outfield.
Let me grab my keys.
And Dedman's going to be on there for a double. And it's going to bring up Zachary Day, the batter for the Hartville Eagles, as he will make an at-bat today. Make an at-bat here in the bottom half of inning number 3. Still no score between these two of Billings and Hartville. Hartville is a home team and Billings is the away team. Fender creeps in just a little bit. 0-1 the count on Zachary Day. He's going to make it now 0-2.
Is that the Beast and Boys? Yeah, it's not. Wow.
No balls, 2 strikes on Zachary Day. The 0-2 is going to be taken just outside 1-2. It's going to make it now a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Day, the batter for Hartville. The 1-2 swung on and missed, strike 3, and Day is going to be down on strikes. Now we bring up Eli Cook.
5, Eli Cook.
So Day is now the leadoff man for Hartville, and that will bring up Eli Cook. Pitch to him is going to be taken outside for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, and Devin waits patiently on second. The 1-0 taken downstairs. Now it's going to be a strike at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Eli Cook. The 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled towards the Billings dugout. And it's going to be a 1 ball, 2 strike count on Eli Cook, the catcher now for the Hartville Eagles. The 1-2 pitch swung on, slapped to the shortstop. On to first, and they will get him out, and it's going to put up another 0 on the scoreboard. So with no runs coming across on one base hit, no errors, and 1 runner was left on base, we move to the top of inning number 4. It's still no score between Hartville and Billings. Oh boy. I'd say the only time I'd miss probably the only time I miss a game is if I'm in the emergency room. That'd probably be the only time I'd be missing a game.
Right.
If I'm in the ER.
Well, we can make that happen.
Yeah.
Now batting for the Wildcats, number 10, Jake Henry.
Back at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium here in downtown Crane, Missouri. Almost 7 o'clock here on a Wednesday evening. Jake Henry is the pitcher today for the Hartville Eagles. The 0-1 as he will duck out of the way.
But use it pretty ticked off.
Henry now at 2-1. Henry now at 2-1 here in the top half of inning number 4. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Strike 2. 2 balls on 2 strikes, no outs. Here in the top half of inning number 4, swung on and missed, and Henry's going to be down on strikes.
Get the box.
Huh?
Get the t-shirts going.
Oh, no, not yet. We gotta get the t-shirts.
Now batting number 2, Peyton Gold.
That will bring up Peyton Gold, the catcher for the Billings Wildcats. He'll dig into the batter's box. First pitch to him is going to be just outside for a ball, 1-0. Coaches for the Billings Wildcats will be Drew Cherry and Chase Thomas.
I think you're done.
We're done. Thank you.
You're welcome.
See you tomorrow.
Alrighty.
What are you fixing me tomorrow?
Huh?
What are you fixing me tomorrow?
I don't know. I don't know what's on the menu. I'll find out when I get there.
Peyton Gold now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. From Tucker Deadman, the pitcher. The 1-2 swung on, bounced to the first baseman and to the pitcher of Deadman, and they will get Gold easily as he was retired for out number 2. And that's going to bring up
Now batting number 4,
Tyler Essick.
I'll get you a pass. Remind me tomorrow. Oh, no. Like for volleyball and stuff. Yeah. I was thinking about that. That's a given. You should have that already. I mean, you get it free when you're not. That's all right.
The 0-1. First pitch to Thomas is going to be taken for a strike at 0-1. Swung on and dribbled.
So when we play on
Let me bunt it upstairs. Foul. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. 0-2 the count on Tyler Essick. 2 outs are already been recorded here in the top half of inning number 4. Still a nothing game between Hartville and Billings. Both teams are desperate to get into the winners column. The 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled back to the screen. And Essick's going to stay alive. No balls, 2 strikes on Tyler Essick. The 0-2 blocked in the dirt by Eli Cook, the catcher for Hartville. And the count's going to be now at 1-2. The 1-2 pitch swung on, ripped foul just down the right field line. May have given Coach Cherry a clean shave down there. One ball, 2 strikes on Tyler Essick. That one was ripped, but it's going to be that one was just foul. And the count's going to be paused at 1-2. Here's the 1-2, swung on and missed. Strike 3, and Essex going to be retired, and that will put an end on the top half of inning number 4. We go to the bottom of inning number 4. It is a 0-0 game between Hartville and Billings. Henry Billings ace? I think Hartville's is more of the lead. Edmond's throwing a good game.
Now batting for 25, Stone Matthews.
Welcome back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium here in Crane, Missouri. As we're kicking off the bottom half of inning number 4 between these two teams of Billings and Hartville. Stone Matthews is the batter as the first pitch to him is going to be down and away for a ball 1-0. We're still scoreless here in Crane during the second game of this Crane Fall Wood Bat Tournament. 2-0 the count on Stone Matthews. The 2-0 is going to be a little down and away at 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike on Stone Matthews. 2-1 pitch, just outside. It's going to be 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Stone Matthews is leading off the bottom half of inning number 4. 3-2 now on Matthews, as he'll fill up the count. A 3-2 swing and red hot shot. That's going to be down off the wall. Stone's going to be chugging into second base, and he's going to be on there for a leadoff double. And that will bring up Caleb Moore, the Ozarks Sports Report Pitcher of the Year nominee from Hartville.
Caleb Moore.
Gets the courtesy runner for Matthews. It's going to be Eric Wilson, wears number 19 for the Hartville Eagles.
I had a buddy that bought a truck Mary. All I did. He bought it a couple months ago.
No balls, no strikes. Just the beginning of his AB.
It's got the same motor as mine, which I like. It's V8, but it's a small one. So it's got gas mileage. And it's in a cabin V8. It's not comfortable. I'm definitely getting a Cynic out for it.
First pitch to Moore is going to be taken outside at 1-0.
Sit down there myself.
1 ball, no strikes. Nobody on. And Eric Wilson is the man on second base. Now it's 2-0 That's going to be 2-0 on Caleb Moore.
Something on for it. Someone's on you that. Sometimes in summer, so that acts weird to where my miles read stuff on odometer, it'll change languages, and I can change it back. But now the button push doesn't work, and it's stuck on trip time. So I can't sell it as long as I have miles.
2-1 the count on
You know, I see that where you-
Caleb Moore.
Only problem
He's
is
playing
sometimes in the summer.
third base tonight for the Hartville Eagles. 2-1, swinging a foul back. It's going to give
I have an issue we got to where
2D Parsons Memorial Stadium a little bit of a rumble.
there's two different ones. The other side, I get to where I want it. So it's basically 6 months of the year it's hot, 6 months it's cold. If I get to where I want it, I unplug it from underneath my dash so it can't change.
2-2 the count on Caleb Moore.
That tricky one where you want
2-2 is going to be taken outside, and that's going to run the count full at 3-2. 3-2 the count. This is where it all pays off. Either base hit or ball four. The 3-2. Swinging a high fly ball. Caught, and it's going to be dropped by the left fielder for a base hit. One run is in. That is going to be Eric Wilson, who scored. And what do you know, that Caleb Moore is going to be on base for an RBI triple after he scored in Eric Wilson.
Now batting number 7, Luke Gosley.
It's going to bring up Luke Gosley, who rifled a single in his last plate appearance. 1-0 Hartville over Billings.
I was thinking about how slow the position was going to do I work. And the other thing, I wouldn't want that happen. Usually I'm gone the way there, but just cut around. And I forgot there's this big
Luke Gosley is your batter today for the Hartville Eagles, and he's got a 1-0 advantage over these Billings Wildcats. The 0-1 jackknifed out of the way is going to be a ball at 1-1. And what it looked like over there in left field, kind of looked like that the batter, or pardon me, that the left fielder may have looked like he caught it but dropped it on the shortstop. On to first, and there's your first out of the inning as another run's going to score, and that is Caleb Morrison. It's going to make it 2-0 Hartville over Billings.
Now batting number 9, Braden Brandstetter.
It's going to bring up Braden Brandstetter. He's the right fielder today for the Hartville Eagles. First pitch to him is going to be taken inside. 0-1 the count on Braden Brandstetter. Where's number 9? He's in right field. The 0-1 slaps to the shortstop. Fumbles it. And they get him out. What a heads-up play that was there by the first baseman, Hayden Fender.
Now batting number 1, Bryce Piper.
He had to stretch and make the play there at first. Bryce Piper now is the batter now for the Hartville Eagles as he swings and misses at the first pitch, and it's going to be a strike at 0-1. Pretty decent crowd here at 2D Parsons Memorial Stadium. And Henry's going to get that third out, and it's going to put a wrap on the bottom of the 4th inning and the 4th inning as well. And it's going to shift us to the top half of the 5th inning. 2 runs already come across the plate on 2 base hits, 1 error, and 1 runner was left on base. We go to the top of inning number 5. 2-0 Hartville over Billings. Oh, man. You get allergies this time, Coach?
Always.
Always.
I used to play. I played 7th grade year. And then I quit.
What grade you in now?
I just stopped playing. My brother still plays. You know, all my friends play. I don't really have much to do this time of year since it's
Oh, Brennan's pitching. Hopefully he can get his first win.
Which one's your brother?
Now batting number 18, Trent Blankenship.
Yep.
Back at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium here in Crane, Missouri, as we kick off the top half of inning number 5. Trent Blankenship is the leadoff man until Sky 1. And it's going to be lined out.
That's why I thought it was just because she was skilled. She was a good scorer.
Now batting number 17, Hayden Fender.
I'll bring up Hayden Fender, the batter for these Billings Wildcats. He's playing first base tonight for Billings. First pitch to him is going to be slapped foul. Gobbled up by head coach Drew Cherry as he will throw the ball back to the pitcher. And Fender's going to be behind at 0-1. That pitch was going to be to the backstop. It's going to be 1-1 now on Hayden Fender.
One of Southwest kids. Wow. We could tell Aiden was wanting to do it. I bet Aiden can't. He was getting ready to. Southwest kid. Right in front of him.
1 ball, 1 strike on Fender. He'll rock the bat up and down. Here's a pitch. Swing a sky-high fly ball into foul territory. Who wants it?
He never pressed over. Okay.
And Fender's going to fly out in foul territory as
33, Tanner Gordon.
the pitcher and catcher went into foul territory to catch that. Apparently that was the catcher that caught it.
It's hard though. Yeah. He knows it. Every loose ball, every nut ball, he's on it. He's not super skilled, but he plays hard.
With 2 outs near, 2 outs here in the top half inning number 5. It's going to bring up
Him and Caleb are the
Tanner Gordon. He is the designated hitter tonight for the Billings Wildcats, as the first pitch to him was going to be a strike at 0-1.
top 5.
And if the score holds off, we could be seeing Crane and Hartville in the next game. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tanner Gordon, the designated hitter for the Billings Wildcats. A pitch from Deadman. It's going to be a ground out, and that's going to end the top half of inning number 5. We go to the bottom half of inning number 5. Hartville coming back up to the plate. It is a 2-0 Hartville lead.
You want a game changer and put our lineup in our opponent.
So I sit. The poll didn't jam on the house.
You saying what?
The game can do follow thing there.
Okay, I should be able to.
You know they're 94th ranked game can do fan wise.
I mean,
How much it didn't. Well, I clicked on it and showed Missouri team, but still, if it's on North Missouri, it's still.
almost everybody uses
I
it.
think I was number 37.
Where we're ranked nationally.
No, that's just for a number of fans on Game Changer.
Oh, I see. Gotta get more people to watch.
Up to bat for the Eagles, number 26, Jarrett Colton.
Welcome back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium for the bottom half of inning number 5 between these two teams of Hartville and Billings. Billings trails the Hartville Eagles by a score of 2-0 in the bottom of inning number 5. Jarrett Colton is the batter for Hartville. As the first pitch to him is going to be a strike at 0-1. The 0-1 is going to be now at 1-1 to Jarrett Colton. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs. Swing rifled into left field for a base hit.
It's a great head, guys. Yeah.
And the Eagles are back on base to cause headaches for this Billings Wildcat team.
Back up to bat number 32, Tucker Dedman.
That will bring up Tucker Dedman, the batter for the Hartville Eagles, the pitcher. And we're going to see a pinch runner. That's going to be Cody Mahan, who's going to run for the designated hitter, Jarrett Colton.
Trying to figure out who that guy that coached that was. So that's the man who used to live his grandpa.
We don't want to do
Tucker Dedman digs back into the batter's box for his second at bat. Had a base hit in his last at bat for these Hartville Eagles. Both the Wildcats and Eagles are in the blue jerseys, both white pants, same stirrup socks, as Hartville and Billings have their blue and white stirrup socks. Eagles across the jerseys in white and the Hartville jerseys. I believe it's Billings going to be across the jerseys for the Wildcats in gold. The Eagles in white. Billings is in the blue, gold, and white caps. Hartville is in
Now
the
batting number
blue and white
23,
caps.
Zachary Day.
It's going to bring up Zachary Day, the batter for the Billings Wildcats, with runners on first and second base. Ready to do some damage here as he is the leadoff man for Holton Simmons. Pitch to him is going to show bunt. And the runners will retreat back to first and second. Sun's starting to go down here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium just before 7:30. Temperature at about 77 degrees. 1 ball, no strikes. On Zachary Day. He's a leadoff man for the Hartville Eagles. Pitcher calls time. 1 ball, 1 strike on Zachary Day. 1-1 ball gets away into the infield, and runners are going to shift to second and third. So first base is open for Zachary Day, open for business there. As the Eagles are going to try to squeeze in a run. 1 ball, 1 strike on Zachary Day. Here's a 1-1 just outside. 2-1 on Day, the leadoff man. As it'll take a moment as Coach Horn will give some wise words of wisdom to Day, as Gold will go out and talk to his pitcher, Jake Henry. The 2-1 swing and a miss, strike 2. Tried to get after that pitch there on 2-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swinging a sky-high fly ball. Runner's going to tag. And that was Cody Mahan, who scored from third on the sacrifice fly.
Number 5, Eli Cook.
That will bring up Eli Cook, the batter for these Hartville Eagles. Eli Cook, the batter for Hartville. He's the man behind the dish. Only 1 out to work with. 3-0 in favor of Hartville, with 1 runner on. That is going to be Tucker Dedman, the pitcher for the Hartville Eagles. Two one's going to be just outside for a ball at 2-0. 2 balls and 1 strike on Eli Cook, the catcher for these Hartville Eagles. Little step off. 2 balls on no strikes. Fender will approach the batter's box just a little bit, but he'll retreat back to first as he's on the infield grass. The 2-0 swing and a miss, strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here in the bottom of inning number 5, one run has already come across for Hartville, and they lead Billings by a score of 3-0. Three balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Next pitch to him is going to be taken for a strike, and it's going to run the count at 3-2. It's going to be full. One out here in the top of inning number, the bottom of inning number 5. From Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium here in Crane, Missouri. Full count on the catcher, Eli Cook. A 3-2 swung on and missed, strike 3, and Cook's going to be down on strikes, and it's going to bring up Stone Matthews, the first baseman for these Hartville Eagles.
25, Stone Matthews.
Stone Matthews is going to dig into the right batter's box for the Hartville Eagles. And tomorrow night, as we will be seeing, everybody's going to be coming to the neatest little town in Missouri, as it'll be night number 2 of the Crane Fall Wood Bat Tournament, which we can see who will be as the first game will be the losers of the Wednesday games. Blue won against, and then the first seed of the blue, which is the Crane pool, against the Galena pool, the black pool, and then gold won against the wild card, the top second place pool team in this entire tournament. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Stone Matthews. So you'll be seeing a fun-filled weekend of baseball here on the Ozarks Sports Report YouTube channel. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Stone Matthews. Once again, he is your first baseman tonight for the Hartville Eagles. The 2-2 is going to be swung on and cracked into right center field. And it's going to score another run easily as Dedman's going to score steadily. And we'll see the Ozarks Sports Report Player of the Year nominee of Caleb Moore.
Caleb Moore.
Once again, you're watching live fall baseball coverage between Billings and Hartville. It's going to be brought to you by Ozarks Sports Report. Ozarks Sports Report is providing you the latest sports coverage across the Ozarks, whether it's high school, college, or pro. We'll provide the latest information from across Missouri and Arkansas. Stone Matthews digs into the right batter's box. He'll rock the bat up and down, swung on and missed as the first pitch came in at a strike at 0-1. 2 outs in the bottom half of inning number 5, 4-0 Hartville over Billings. The 0-1 is going to be slapped foul towards the third base coaching box of Coach Horn. No balls and 2 strikes on Caleb Moore. The 0-2 just outside, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Caleb Moore. 2 outs, 4-0 Hartville over Billings in the bottom half of inning number 5. Swung on high fly ball. Left field. What a catch by the left fielder from Billings. That was Duncan Harder with the running snow cone catch. And we're going to be shifting from the 5th inning onto the 6th inning. So with 2 runs have come across the plate, or come across the diamond, on a few base hits. Once again, no errors. So that's going to make it a 4-0 Hartville lead over Billings. Yeah. Oh boy. Come on. Looks like
No, we spoke against the loser this game before.
okay, and then Crane either Crane or Hartville against. Okay. I can mention that. Kate, would you mention that please over the scoreboard, over the speakers?
How about number 7, Duncan Harder?
Hello. Welcome back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. Just a score update to tell you about from Galena as Blue Lions beating Conway 2-1 in the bottom of the 7th inning. That's going to bring up Brian Terry after Duncan Harder reached on an infield
Now batting number 16,
on a leadoff base
Brian
hit.
Terry.
Ooh, a bunt attempt by Terry. Throw on to first. And it looks like Billings is going to have a little bit of a rally here against Hartville, as runners are going to be on first and second. Brian Terry is on first. And Duncan Harder is going to
Now batting
be...
number 8, Kobe Clinton.
And Duncan Harder is going to be on second. With nobody out. And it's going to prompt a visit by the catcher of Eli Cook, as he will go out to calm down his pitcher. Kobe Clinton rocks the bat up and down. Ball got away into the outfield, and we're gonna have runners at the corners for Billings. Brian Terry at first, and Duncan Harder's now at third. He is 90 feet away from putting Billings on the board. Here in the later stages of this ball game. Here in the top half of inning number 6, 4-0 Hartville over Billings. Another bunt attempt. On to first, and they will get the first out of the inning, but Terry will advance from first to second. So good sacrifice by the
Now batting number 10, Jake Henry.
by the batter of Kobe Clinton. He's the center fielder for Billings, as Jake Henry is going to dig into the batter's box.
Hope you're more aggressive sitting here than I'm getting out.
4-0 Hartville over Billings. First pitch to him is going to be a strike at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on Jake Henry, the pitcher for these Billings Wildcats. It's been scoreless until the 4th inning, until Hartville scored 2 runs, and then they scored another 2 runs in the bottom of inning number 5. For Billings, it's been all scoreless throughout the entire game. One pitch, swinging a high pop-up to the center fielder. He's going to get it. Throw coming into first, and he is going to be tagged out at the plate to keep the Wildcats scoreless. Here in the top of inning number 6, we're going to the bottom of inning number 6. 4-0 Billings over, 4-0 Hartville over Billings. I gotta get some stat casts on that.
Honestly, it does make it super cool. I would be
Oh, I'm sure you would have, which we.
Dude, I had a freaking cane.
Oh, yeah.
I still do.
Where's my baseball? baseball anymore?
Oh, good question, Wes.
Lost the enjoyment of it, you know?
Oh, you did? Come on, man. Baseball's fun.
Yeah, well, free time is fun.
Isn't
too.
baseball fun?
He doesn't play either because he just comes because all of his friends play baseball.
Oh, yeah.
What
Well,
do
you
you
can't.
else to do?
Caden, is baseball fun?
Playing it for me, definitely no.
See you, boys.
See you, man.
You leaving, Wes?
I'm gonna move down there by my parents so I can get some food.
Alright.
Tell Brandy to call me later
Alright.
about your grades.
Nice frog.
Remember that video? Okay. Okay.
One sec.
Actually, no, I'll do that.
Yeah, but then it'll be.
Go ahead, kid. And our latest news from Galena. Galena scored 2-0 for the final game between Galena and Blue Eye. And the last we heard, Blue Eye is up by 2. Conway has won the top of the 7th. And whoever this is.
Welcome back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium for
That is.
Game 2 between the
Now betting number 7.
for Game
Luke
2
Gossett.
of the Crane Fall Woodbat Tournament between Hartville and Billings. We're in the bottom of inning number 6. So that means Hartville can tack on. But Billings is going to have to keep these Eagles off the scoreboard. Swinging a roper. Fair ball, and it's going to be a base hit by Luke Gosley, as he'll be on base for these Hartville Eagles.
Now betting number 9, Braden Brandstetter.
It's going to bring up Braden Brandstetter for these Eagles of Hartville. Just inside on Braden Brandstetter is going to be a ball at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes on Brandstetter. The 1-0 just outside at 2-0. Once again, this is Billings and Hartville playing in Game 2 of this Crane Fall Woodbat Tournament here in Crane. Another update to tell you about, this was the earlier game between Galena and Blue Eye, as Galena defeated Blue Eye by a score of 2-0. So that's going to bring Galena now up to 3-0 on the season after that win against Blue Eye. 2-1 is going to be just outside. On to first, and they got him. Good executional play by Billings as they managed to get the runner of Luke Gosley out at second base. Three balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here in the bottom half of inning number 6. A little bit of a delay now as we're going to be working on second base. As Crane's coach Brian Harmon, the host school of this tournament, is going to go and repair second base. Three balls, 1 strike, 1 out on Braden Brandstetter. As he'll trot back And we'll be back to action here from Tootie Parsons Memorial here in Crane. Two balls, two strikes on one out. Now another one. As there was a little bit of a discussion between head coach Clint Horn and the home plate umpire. Now it's a discussion between both the bases and the home plate umpire. Another discussion between the home plate umpire and Coach Clint Horn as they will discuss. Horn's not happy about something. Apparently he was pointing towards center field. Now we're back to action. 2-2 the count on Brandon Brandstetter. First pitch to him is going to be, or next pitch to him is going to be a run full at 3-2. Once again, we're streaming live on the Ozarks Sports Report YouTube channel. 3-2, and he is going to be rung up after that for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 1, Rice Piper.
It's going to bring up Rice Piper for these Hartville Eagles against Billings of pitcher of pitcher, that's going to be William Parcell, I believe. Oh, pardon me, Tyler Essick is the pitcher for the Billings Wildcats, pardon me. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Rice Piper, the second baseman today for the Hartville Eagles. After this game, you'll see the winner from the first game, that was Crane, and they'll take on either Billings or Hartville. 4-0 Hartville over Billings. 2 balls on 2 strikes, 2 outs on Rice Piper. 4-0 Hartville over Billings. In the bottom half of inning number 6 with 2 outs, nobody on base. A 2-2, just outside. It's now going to be 3-2 the count on Rice Piper, the second baseman. Here's a 3-2 pitch, swung on, foul back. It's going to pause the count at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Rice Piper. There's a 3-2. Ball's going to get away. It's going to put him on base for a walk. So Bryce Piper's going to be aboard with.
Cody Mahan.
So Bryce Piper's going to be on base tonight with 2 walks, or on base with the walk with 2 outs here in the bottom of inning number 6.
Cody Mahan.
It's going to bring up Cody Mahan. He's the center fielder tonight. Wasn't batting in the lineup, as he'll bat for Jarrett Colton. First pitch to him, hits him, and on the back. It's going to leave a stinger there. Hopefully Mahan's going to be okay as he trots back.
Sorry, Cody.
I can tell getting hit there on the back is going to leave a stinger. And it's going to bring up the batter of Tucker Dedman, the pitcher for the Hartville Eagles.
Now batting number 32, Tucker Dedman.
Tucker Dedman digs into the batter's box for his at-bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Still, it is 4-0 Hartville. Swung on and missed by Dedman for a strike at 0-1. Runners on first and second for Tucker Dedman to do some damage as he's going to swing in line one foul. It's going to go across the highway, just beyond the first base side of Tootie Parsons Memorial. And he's going to be behind at 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to end the 6th inning. We're going to move on to the top of the 7th between Billings and Hartville. Last chance for Billings to make noise against Hartville. It is a 4-0 Hartville lead over Billings. So you know that
And news from Purdy, Morrisville beat Purdy 5-2. And last we heard, Morrisville was beating Wheaton 2-0 in the top of the 2nd.
So you know that Nice for Hunt video? That Vine? It's where the lady is like filming that deer.
Oh.
The dude in the background sneezes and the deer look up and they just scamper away. He's like, nice, Ron. I sneezed. I wonder if Kane's seen that. Kane, you seen that video?
What was it?
It was that lady who was like filming the deer.
Oh yeah,
And
the old man sees it.
The dude in the background sneezes.
Yeah, and then there's like the
Nice,
giraffe,
Ron.
right?
Huh?
Giraffe.
Giraffe, no, it's deer.
You sure?
Yeah, it's deer.
Alright, whatever you say, Adam.
They're like, nice, Ron.
Oh,
He was like, I
and
sneezed.
then the giraffe comes up.
Giraffe.
Yeah.
You might have to show me.
I don't know if I have it.
What, you had a data boy?
Well, I don't know if I saved it.
Oh. Well, it's on YouTube, so.
Hey, let me just a sec. I'll wait for this guy here. Oh, you're gonna be streaming, right? That's number 2, Peyton Gold. Up back for the Wildcats, number 2, Peyton Gold.
Welcome back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium here in Crane, Missouri. Here in the top half of inning number 7 between Hartville and Billings in game 2. Peyton Gold is your batter as he watched the first pitch to him come in for a ball at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. High pop up. It's going to go foul behind the grandstand here at Tootie Parsons Memorial. 1 ball, 1 strike on Peyton Gold. He is the catcher tonight for the Billings Wildcats. The 1-1 pitch. Got behind him and he had to duck out of the way, duck towards the plate. And it's going to be now a 2-1 count on Peyton Gold. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a high fly ball. Left center. And the center fielder, Cody Mahan's going to get it for out number 1.
Now batting number
As
4,
Gold gave it a ride.
Tyler Essick.
It's going to bring up Tyler Essick now, the pitcher for Billings. And boy, did did Gold give it a ride. And that pitch had extra bases all over it if it went all the way to the wall. First pitch to Essick's going to be inside at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch to him is going to be slapped back to the pitcher. And an easy throw to first, and it's going to bring Billings down to their last out as the bases umpire kind of did a little bit of a twist by making the call.
Now batting
Here
number
at first.
18, Trent Blankenship.
It's going to bring up Trent Blankenship, the final hope for Billings. First pitch to him is going to be downstairs. And it'll make it a no ball, 1 strike count. The 0-1 swing and a miss, strike 2, and the Wildcats are down to their final strike of this ball game. Coming up after the game, we'll see the post game with the head coach of the Billings Wildcats, and that's going to put a wrap on this game as Trent Blankenship swung and missed for strike 3 to end the ball game. And it's going to be a 4-0 Hartville win over the Billings Wildcats. Coming up in just a few moments, we'll have the post-game interview with the head coach of the Hartville Eagles, Coach Clint Horn. Here, and then we'll get you set up for the 3rd and final game of this Wednesday night, the opening night of the Crane Fall Wood Bat Tournament. So, stick around after this.
And tell me when you mute.